Most people never make it here. The finish area of a World Cup. But for those who do, it's quite a journey. Learning how to compete, learning how to seize the moment. Training camp after training camp. Year after year. What is it about the moguls that keeps us coming back for more? It's probably the same thing that, as kids, had us wandering over to the side of the run, sneaking off into the trees to go hit little bumps and little jumps. Because it was more fun. What's one thing all World Cup skiers have in common? They all started right here. This video will show you some of the basics of mogul skiing. We've divided it into a few main sections. Flats, absorption, moguls, jumping, and attitude. The skiers in this video are all current or former members of the Canadian freestyle ski team, and many have won medals for Canada. Canada has a tradition of being a mogul skiing powerhouse, and one of the goals of this video is to make sure that that tradition continues. It takes years to become a great mogul skier, so be patient with yourself. And above all, have fun, because even a bad day of skiing is still better than a good day of just about anything else. Flat skiing is the foundation that your mogul skiing will be built on. Working on your flat skiing is one of the quickest ways to improve your mogul skiing. Couple of things about the flats. First is body position. You want to feel the front of your boots at all times. Keep your hands in front and look up. Another thing is you want to have even pressure on both turns. Even World Cup skiers have one turn that's a little better than the other, but good skiers figure out which turn is weaker and then work on it. Your technique will only be as strong as its weakest link. You want to have smooth, even pressure through your turns. This means you have the same amount of pressure at the beginning of the turn as you do at the end of the turn. Moguls are more fun, but flats are like the homework you do before the big test. They're not as much fun, but you're going to do a lot better on the test because you did it. If there is one thing that separates mogul skiing from all other types of skiing, it's probably absorption.
Hi, I'm Alex Belado, 2010 Olympic champion. As the best advice, obviously technically it's probably absorption. One of the thing that was the most important and still is. I mean, you really need to control your absorption. You really need to pull your feet up. You can't react to the mogul. You need to anticipate the mogul and really bring your feet, your legs up before the mogul, and I think that's another point that's really important, to be really forward and maximize your forward pressure as soon as you're on the backside of the mogul and get that edge in first moment you're on the backside. When you're really in a bad position going down the hill or backseat, the only thing that can bring you back into control is absorption.
A great way to work on your absorption is in the absorption tank, or wave. This allows you to work on your absorption in only the forward back plane. A couple of things about absorption. The first is you want to keep a straight back. This allows you to get into a deeper position and helps you keep your vision up. The second is absorption is active, but extension is passive. Take your time. If you ever hear a coach say to hold your absorption, another way to think about this is to not extend so fast. Finally, if your absorption went well, you'll be in a great position to take on the next mogul. You can also work on turning through the rollers and then adding more absorption as you go. This is a great way to warm up if you haven't been on snow in a while, and this can be a great stepping stone between flats and moguls. A lot of coaches will tell you to look up when you're skiing moguls. But where exactly is up? It's natural to want to look at the first mogul ahead of you. However, this will result in your vision being down and your head will probably bob. Looking 2 moguls ahead is a good start, but if you really want to look smooth, look 3 moguls ahead. This will make it feel like things are coming at you slower, and it will actually let you ski faster. Now, let's look at this footage again and try to keep your eyes focused on 3 moguls ahead. This will give you an idea of where you want to look when you're skiing moguls.
I think what's important into pole planning, which is a really important point of mogul skiing, is to keep your arm wide enough. You don't want to be too much. You don't want it to be too much inside, and because it's easier to get unbalanced. You really want to keep your arms wide enough and forward enough to pole plan on the backside of the mogul, and that's most of the time people pole plan too early. Not only on the mogul, but in their absorption. You really need to wait until you're on the backside of the mogul to pole plant on the backside. It's the best way to do it, and to keep your hands leveled. I think that's the most important of it.
The thing that keeps me coming back for mogul skiing is that it's constantly challenging me. It's challenging me physically and mentally and spiritually and emotionally every day. There's always something that I have to look forward to. I was 3 years old when I started to ski, and now I'm 28 and still going strong.
Another thing to consider is the path you take when you ski down the moguls. How wide your ski line is. In this run, Christy is intentionally skiing a wider line down the moguls. It's good solid skiing, and she can control her speed without overturning the ski. In this run, Christy's taking a narrower line down the moguls. This allows her to ski faster and gives her skiing a much more aggressive look. You can alter your line down the moguls depending on snow conditions, how steep the course is, and how much you're trying to control your speed.
Hi, I'm Michael Kingsbury. I'm from Deux Montagnes, Quebec. I start pretty young, jump, and I always like to be in the air. It's like flying, so I like to spin and everything. So it's a good feeling. So I love that. When I do a straight up, I'm just thinking to be not too much in front, like have a good ankle flex and be on a good have a good posture and have a good pop at the end of the jump and stabilize. Good connection, like be strong with the upper body and with the legs to follow you. And a spin, it's the same thing, but you have to be more stronger and have a good power with your hands and your lower body, and don't choke, just wrap it in, and it's not that hard.
Well, I think the attitude you have to bring every day is you have to have fun, and that's the primary thing. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, then you can't get through the tough days. So you definitely have to have a joy in everything you do. And also, I would say you have to be willing to lay it out there. In mogul skiing, you can't hold back. You have to let it out. And for me, I've always wanted to get better. So every day I come to the course and I just try and get better, and I try and incorporate having fun and getting better.
You're going to be successful in mogul skiing if you bring your attitude to the table. You need to be confident. You need to go for it. You need to don't do anything halfway. You need to go full out. And this is what makes you successful. If you're going backwards, scared a little bit, or not 100% confident, nothing's going to happen. So confidence and attitude is the two main factors that are not technical for you to be a successful mogul skier.
Let's take it back to the top.
Right now is Dale Dyke-Smith of Australia. Ryan Wilson is second. Vincent Marquis of Canada is third. Alex Bilodeau wants to sweep them all aside.
There's the back double spot. Nailed it. Now Bilodeau not only is going to have to do better, he's going to have to be at least a second faster, I think, than he was patiently. And he can't make any mistakes on these turns.
He's fused together.
Huge backflip.
Here he comes across the line. It's time! 23.17. And Alex Bilodeau has done it! He has done it! He has done it! Gold medal for Alex Bilodeau!
In a whip right stead of me, water. Come out from the sea. Gonna let horses go and let the south come in nicely. Gonna let horses go and let the south come in nicely.